welcome to this week's Media News with me, Gareth O'Connor. I'm going to kick things off today with a little sign of the times, which may be true, but then again, maybe not. But I have heard a rumour going around that may be kind of bad news for bricks and mortar stores in the old retail space, and it involves Harvey Normans. And what I've heard is that they are selling off all their bricks and mortar stores and going online only, which is quite something, but certainly many electrical retailers globally are just online. But an interesting play if it's true. If it's not, I do apologise to Harvey Normans. But a complete flip of this is Amazon are going the other way, or at least they're now making moves to try to in the old US of A. And Jeff Bezos has said we would love to, but only if we can have a truly differentiated idea. We don't want a Me Too product offering very well. Which is fair to say, right? He also went on to say if 100 companies are doing something and you're 101st, you're not really bringing any value to society. And typically, the business results are not very good for something like that, which is fair to say. Always comes well to doing something different. In a retail space, very cluttered environment, sure, Amazon are huge. But again, it gets to that point where I wonder why they need to. I mean, they're doing same-day deliveries now in America. And of course, making huge sums of money. So I don't really know why they would want to do that, but there you go. Retailers are also fighting back on mobile now. Remember last week I did make a big play about the changes in how mobile was affecting the retail space. But retailers such as Best Buy, Body Shop and Sears are starting to use a range of mobile tools to enhance the in-store experience. And again, I've spoken about this before, but of course this is a threat to stave off showrooming. But like I've said many times before, the experience of shopping is one of the biggest drivers and one of the biggest reasons why people go to malls and why people go to bricks and mortar stores. So if you can enhance the experience as much as possible, then of course more and more people will see value and actually go in there. But Best Buy's, they recently at a time with Edo Interactive, a firm providing like card-linked deals for customers. So this is a partnering with financial services like Ali Bank and Fifth Third Bank. But basically what it is using mobile devices to link, store cards and store purchases and all that sort of thing together to, I guess, make the relationship more sticky. And again, even people like the big retailers like Walmart do a great job with their mobile app in the fact that when you walk into the store, they know that you've walked into the store. They've got your buying history, they've got things you've searched, so they can start to, whilst you walk around in the store, they can serve you up offers relevant to yourself, which of course you can then buy direct from your mobile telephone. But again, it's creating an experience that delivers more value to the consumer and the customer. But they've found with doing these sorts of things and tying everything together and giving consumers more is that tests that run 80% were new customers, which of course for most businesses is truly phenomenal, and 25% made another purchase within 90 days, which again, fantastic results. But it's giving consumers more relevant offers at times when they're ready to accept them. And of course, for CRM, I mean, mobile works wonderful because you can get to build proper relationships with your customers and your clients. And everything's at the touch of a button, which is perfect. At Body Shop, again, have had similar results, but many people have now. But it's the way things are going, and it's something I think that all retailers now should be trialing. Some things will work, some things won't, but it's certainly worth trialing. But for me, it's all about linking the real world and online worlds to tangible consumer benefits. And of course, technology is an excellent way for businesses to do this. The chief financial officer of Sears, he went on to say that such moves help develop an ecosystem of stores, physical, online, brands, online channels, social media ad sets, mobile applications, technology investment, and our Shop Your Way membership program. Like everything together. Definitely worth looking into. Here's another good opportunity that I think is certainly worth looking into. Pluck is going great guns. It will, I say it'll work for some people, it won't work for others, but I think it's certainly an opportunity that's worth trialing. And now it's over 60,000 users. For those of you who don't know, Pluck is, it's like QR codes, but it works via audio. So when you run an ad on any TV network in New Zealand, the Pluck logo will come up. If you've downloaded the app, you can pluck the ad, and it uses audio technology to serve up additional content from that advertiser to your mobile telephone. So it could be additional content on the product, it could be behind the scenes footage of ads, it could be offers, discounts. But it's certainly something I think now that is worth trialing, particularly when you think of the amount of people who are using their device whilst watching television. Local and international research has said over 80% of tablet and smartphone users always or nearly always use a device whilst watching television. Pluck has found that 60% if the ad or brand is interested and they want to find out more. Pretty good. If they can get a voucher or discount, 57% of people will engage. And if they can win, 71% of people will engage. That's pretty impressive, but it's the numbers are stacking up, and it's across a wide range of platforms. In Pluck's own research, they found, this is research they found of their 60,000 users, the most popular activities for second screening are reading and sending texts and social apps like Facebook, Twitter, Google, and Pinterest. But most of these activities are unlikely to relate to the main screen content. But what they have found is 48% often look up more information about something mentioned in a program, and 38% visit a website mentioned in an ad. Pretty good. Close to 80% of those surveys indicated that they are interested in making purchases directly from a Pluck response screen, which again is very promising, right? So that's why I say certainly something that's worth testing. Interesting stat for you and a good sign for the digital world, but some people may also say it's a worrying sign. Could we be in for another crash? Who knows? I hope not. But in the US, a $1 billion tech company is founded every 3 months. Quite amazing. Quite amazing. The importance of a good fast site. This is very important. And many sites here, granted it's not helped by the slow broadband speeds that we have here, but this is from the good people at Mashable, and they found recently, a study for travel sites found that 57% of users abandon the site after 3 seconds. So if your load time is slow, 57% left after 3 seconds. The average paid load time for the top 2,000 sites is 10 seconds. You do the maths, that's a lot of people leaving the site. Which is 10% faster than last year, 10 seconds, but still it's far from ideal when you think that 57% leave after 3 seconds. This is the importance of a really good website, and also the importance of good broadband. Researchers found a 1% decrease in speed causes 11% fewer page views, 16% decrease in customer satisfaction, and a 7% loss in conversions. That is quite alarming. A 1% decrease in Amazon's page load time would cost the company $1.6 billion annually. That is just mad. The average load time for all the billionaire companies, so think of all the biggest websites, is 4.68 seconds. Yet 57% of people leave after 3. That is just mind-boggling. So just imagine how much money they're all losing each year. It is vast. So worth taking a look at your own website. A new way to reach 50 million homes? Well, Amex has come up with a new way. American Express has taken another step toward a new world of television that is always on by making a deal in the US with Brightline for a year-long campaign centered on an interactive branded channel. Again, it gets to the point where it's more difficult to reach people on television, particularly when you think of the amount of people who've got PVRs and you think of the amount of shitty ads that are on TV that people don't want to see. But American Express, of course, they are partnered with a lot of pretty famous people who they can get a lot of content out of course. And of course, they do a lot for businesses. They have a lot of case studies. They do Small Business Saturday. They do an awful lot, so they do have the ability to, and they do have a lot of good content. But the channel, of course, will just allow them to showcase everything that's going on in and around the company and everything they're doing. Not too sure of the cost of this, but it's a good way for them to put content. Whether people are watching or not, it's a different matter. But I think they'll use their celebrities to help push and drive traffic. I can only imagine they would. Going through that again, my apologies. Introducing another new partnership. Orange, the French telco, which is obviously big in France and also very big in the UK, has just partnered with Facebook. They announced a partnership called Party Call. It's a group call-in service. But it doesn't actually use your broadband like Skype. It actually runs on Orange's voice network. Notice I say voice there, but it does though mean Facebook can now offer call-in on site, which is very interesting. But again, when you think of the amount of people using Facebook, This may just be like enough of a play to switch people from other telcos. So an interesting play, and interesting to see how that one plays out. Ben and Jerry's make good use of Instagram. Here's a little video for you.
We've been thrilled to see so many photos from our fans on Instagram. Although Instagram has a knack for making any photo look amazing, there were a few that looked super duper amazing. So we decided to show some of our fans exactly how much we liked their shots. This is Megan. She's quite the Instagramographer, and she's also a big fan of Ben & Jerry's. This is the photo she took. Megan's Instagram deserves some real recognition, so we put it on the back cover of a magazine. Then we handed out the magazines in her neighborhood. Yep, she was surprised, and maybe a tad embarrassed. We have a few more surprises up our sleeve. Show us how you capture euphoria in your own way. Then upload your photos to Instagram with the hashtag #CaptureEuphoria. We'll pick our favorites from all around the world, the ones that make us laugh, or smile, or just feel a little funny inside, and surprise a few of you in your own neighborhoods. It's our way of saying thanks for all of the Instagram love. Be sure to follow Ben & Jerry's on Instagram, and remember, the hashtag is #CaptureEuphoria, so the more euphoric, the better. To learn more, visit captureeuphoria.benjerry.com.
Nice idea there. I like that, but good to see people making use of Instagram. And again, people interact with you and you utilize their content to help push you out. But it's a nice way to engage with consumers. A new Google Chrome experiment has just been launched. This is kind of fun. I won't play anything for you now, but it's like GarageBand, which it's a social GarageBand basically, pretty much, where there's lots of instruments and you can select the instruments. You can record some music using the keys on your keypad to play the instruments, and then you can share with friends and they can add in some stuff. Bit of fun, but another good Google Chrome experiment. It's that time of year again, yes. Christmas is almost upon us. The big fat jolly man with the beard is on his way. So every week going forward, I'm going to show some Christmas ads. This first one, in the UK, John Lewis ads are kind of an institution. And every year they come up with some pretty nice ads. And of course, it's not really Christmas in the UK until you see the John Lewis ad. So this is their effort this year, which was actually shot in New Zealand.
Dreams are like angels, they keep at bay. Love is the light scaring darkness away. I'm so in love with you. Make love your goal. The power of love, a force from above, cleaning my soul. Flaming the desire, love with tongues of fire, purge the soul, make love your make love your goal.
Yeah, pretty good. And I see they're utilizing the hashtag there too for hashtag snowman journey. And lastly from me this week, here's another one for you. This one is another UK one, and this one's from Morrisons. Slightly different take on Christmas, but again, leaves you with a warm, fuzzy feeling.
And so it begins. It's everywhere.
Welcome to our Christmas special.
There's so much to do. What with the decorations and the tree. Don't forget Debbie and Derek. You know, the couple you met in Corfu in 1996.
We really must stay in touch.
Why couldn't he have been a shepherd? It's enough to make you an emotional wreck. And before you know it, it's here. The familiar wrestle. Woman on bird. And then they come.
Hiya, love.
They're helpers. I don't know where anything is. Whose idea was it to put a cross in these? There's never enough rings, never enough hands, never enough time. It's hard work. But it's Christmas, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Quite. There you go, people. That's it for me this week. I will see you next week.